Okay, guys, Panzer J back, and we're kicking off a new YouTube war. This is Operation GoldenEye. I am taking on the role of the UK Commonwealth / French. And we are at turn 1.4 and 1.5, July 36. So this is going to be pretty new to me. Almost all of my experience, even going back to Global 39, is playing as the Axis, and in particular Germany. I think I've only played the UK maybe once, and even in either Global 39 or Global 36, and this will be the first time for Global 36. So I'm not as sure of myself playing as the UK, so this will definitely be a little bit of a learning experience, but hopefully I can make things competitive in the game here. So as far as the UK goes, we have 2 tech roles. We got 2 major factories. So I think we're going to go for wartime economy and improved construction. So let's go ahead and roll for wartime economy first, a 7 or higher. And we got an 8, so we succeeded there. And then improved construction is a 7 or higher. And that is a 9. So we start out 2 for 2 for the British. So let's go ahead and put them on the tech chart. Wartime economy, stage 1, and improved construction, stage 1. So that's not too bad a way to start. Okay, for purchases, the UK has 12 because they went up a buck because of the German annexation of Austria. So they have 12 to spend, and they're going to spend 7 of it. They are upgrading the minor factory in northern England to a medium, a minor to a medium for 7, so they're going to save $5. And then they have a destroyer and a sub from the place units box on the production chart. The Far East Command has $5 to spend, and they're going to spend 2 of it on a militia and save the other 3. Anzac has 3 to spend, and they're saving all 3. And that is it for the Commonwealth portion of the turn. So clearly no combat moves, so let's go ahead straight into non-combat. So there's a bunch of moves here. Hopefully, I didn't write them down like Boston Bruce does. I probably should. I usually kind of just wing things, and maybe that's to my detriment. So we'll see. Hopefully, I'll remember everything. Okay, so over in London, I'm going to have the militia move that is in London move over 1, 2 from London to the British Midlands. Let's see. We are going to have the torpedo boat destroyer and the naval transport that are over here in Sea Zone 21, and they are at a major facility, so they can each go 3. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3 over to 24, Sea Zone 24. The destroyer up here in Sea Zone 10 is going to come down 1 to Sea Zone 24. Let's see. I'm putting these a different way than the other ones are facing, so I remember who's moved and who hasn't. Okay, so we're going to take this battle cruiser, this light cruiser, and they are also at a major port. They're going to come down 1, 2, 3 to Sea Zone 79. So those 2 are sitting in Sea Zone 79. The destroyer that is in 79, again, we're at a major naval facility. 1, 2, 3 up to Sea Zone 24. We are going to have the battleship. It can go 3 up here in 11. So I think we're going to have that go 1, 2, and 3 down here to Sea Zone 33. We are going to have our 2 heavy cruisers that are in that group. They can move 1 more because they move 3 to the battleship's 2. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 down here to 48. We are going to have the destroyer and the light cruiser. They can both move 4. The destroyer is going to come over 1, 2 to C zone 24. The light cruiser is going to come 1, 2, 3, 4 down here to 48. Okay. Let's see. What other ships do we want to move for the British? Oh, the submarine over here in 45 is going to come 148, 279. That's over there. We are going to have the ships over here in 81. So we are going to have the light carrier with the tactical come 1, 2 over to 79. We are going to have the battleship and the light cruiser come 1, 2 over to 79. And the destroyer is going to go, its full movement of 4. I'm again at a major port. So 1, 2, 3, 4 up there to, I believe that's 33. So I think that's it for the British Navy. Is this 33? Yeah, that's 33. Okay, so that's it for British naval movements. I don't know if there's really anything else. I think we're going to keep everything else where it is for the British. Okay, on to the Far East Command. We are going to take, let's see, this transport here in 87 is going to pull infantry from 2 territories adjacent to both, Burma and Calcutta. And it's going to load those 2 guys up and come down 1 to 122 and drop both of those guys off in British Malaya. This transport over here in 84 is going to come over 1, 2, 3 to 87. The light carrier with a fighter is going to come over 1, 2 to 87. The destroyer over here in 124 is going to come 1, 2 back to C zone 122. And the coastal sub is going to back off 1 to 122 as well. I believe that's it for naval movements for the Far East Command. This infantry in Haryana is going to come down 1 to southern India. And I believe I knocked this French transport over there. Okay, I believe that is it for the Far East Command movements. On to Anzac. So we are going to go ahead and take our 3 ships. We got a cruiser, a destroyer, and a naval transport. They're going to go, transports can only go 2. So we're just going to go 1, 2 over to C zone. Let me move this. 144 where we have a major port. So all 3 of these naval units are going to move 2 over to 144. And I think that is it for Anzac as well. So that should cover non-combat. So now on to unit placement. So we have our medium factory that we upgraded from a minor. So I'll go ahead and replace the minor factory in northern England with that medium factory. And then we've got our destroyer and our submarine. And we're going to place both of those here in 124. And that is it for British unit placement. As far as the Far East Command, we've got a single militia, and that's going down in British Malaya. And that should be it, because Anzac didn't buy anything. Okay, so for collect income, so we we saved $5 for the British, and they're at 12, so that gives them 17 for next turn. Anzac spent 2, so that left them 3. They collect 5, so that should be 8 for the Far East Command. If I said Anzac, I meant the Far East Command. And then Anzac had 3, didn't spend any, and collect another 3, so that should give them 6. So hopefully my math is correct. That's 17 for the UK, 8 for Far East Command, and 6 for Anzac. Now on to the French. We've got to do their 1 tech roll. We have 1 major factory in Paris, so we are going to go for long-range aircraft. So that requires a set, is that 7? Yeah, 7 or higher. So 7 or higher for long-range aircraft, and we got a 9. So we succeed there. So let's go ahead and put the French on the board for long-range aircraft. And then we're on to purchases for the French. They have $7, and they're going to spend 4 of it. They're going to lend-lease a mountain infantry to Abyssinia. And they've got a sub that was on the production chart that they can place on the map. So that is going to be their purchases. So they spend 4, they'll save 3 for next turn. Okay. And then let's see. For movement, we're going to go ahead. We are at a major naval base here. So we're going to take this submarine, and it's going to come 1, 2, 3 outside of French Somaliland to 83. Then we're going to take our 2 subs that are up in 49, again at a major naval facility. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and join that French sub in 83. Let's see. We are going to send this transport in 80 up 1 to 49. We are going to send our mini fleet that's outside of Aquitaine. The battleships can go 3, the destroyers 2 or 4, but we'll just all move them 3 so they can stick together. So 1, 2, 3, they're down in 79 as well. So that's 2 French battleships and 2 French destroyers. And I don't think, do we want to move anything in France itself? I guess we'll keep things, well, actually, why don't we move the infantry from Paris down to Aquitaine, 1 infantry in Alsace-Lorraine to Paris, and if I can get it in Paris, there we go, and 1 more infantry that was in Alsace-Lorraine over to Picardy. So that'll leave just that single infantry and a motorized in Alsace-Lorraine. And I'll get that chip off and get an infantry put down there. So I believe that's it. Besides, we're going to go ahead over here. And this infantry is going to load up on this French transport in 88. It can move 3 because of the major naval base. It's going to go 1, 2, 3 over to 85. And I believe that is it for the French non-combat. Unit placement, the 1 lend-lease mountain infantry can make its way around Africa and come in here and come in through French Somaliland. Our 1 submarine we are going to place down here off the coast of southern France. And I believe that should do unit placement. So for collect income, the French saved $3 and they're at 7. So that should give them $10 to spend on turn number 2. So I will turn things over now to Global War 36 enthusiast and his Italian turn.